Okay, a few people had questions on how to do the little snow drifts that are on this tumbler. They're super easy, guys. It's just puff paint. It's puff paint, and then I put tack it over it, and then I did an ultra fine opal glitter. So I'll show you that real quick. It's not going to be a ton that I'm doing because it's on the bottom of the tumbler just to give a little fun and accent to this part, but it's still easy. So take your dimensional fabric paint, and we're just going to tap it on in little puddles and just kind of spread it. I like to do it as if it's like piled up on one part and then it spills over. I feel like it gives it a little more character. And I'm also going to take this and I'm going to go over my logo just a tad in the care instructions, but I don't want to mess up where it says, because part of my logo at the bottom, it says the care instructions. That way someone can't call me and be like, I put it in the dishwasher, or I dropped it, or I left it in the car. Like it's on here, people. Like it's on here. Let's please not mess this up. So just a few little drops all the way around. This is a great chance to take this little paint and cover up anything that you're not happy with. If a flake of glitter got stuck in your cup, if there's like a bump or a bubble or something that you're just not happy with, perfect chance to play it off. I'll do a little in here. And I always put a few to start off with, and then I expand them as I see that I want them to be a little bigger. Kind of just starting off with an idea of how the layout's going to be. And this one down just a little more, and then I make them super irregular shape too. Take this as if it's piled up right here. And we're going to let this sit and dry. So usually this dimensional fabric paint, it takes forever to dry. I set it at night and then I go to sleep, but it's the middle of the day. And the other day I took some of this stuff and I put it outside in the sunlight. It was for this cup when I went to go touch up something. I put it out in the sunlight and it's fairly cold here, and it was perfect. Like it dried so quick. So that's what I'm going to do again. I'm going to put it outside. It did like separate just a tad, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll do what we need it to do for this cup. I know that's a lot. I was getting carried away. All right, so that's it. This is done. We're going to set this outside and see how it looks after it dries. All right, this has dried. I'm telling you guys, sunshine and cold weather, which is so odd. I would have never thought that, but it being cold outside has somehow sped up the drying process on this stuff. I would have never, ever thought that, but hey, it worked. Uh-oh, that piece wasn't dry. Whoopsie. All right, so let's get this on here. That super thick part wasn't dry. It moved just a little, but it'll still be fine. My tacket's bubbling. It'll still be fine for what I need it to do. Because I can always drop it on, and then when it dries more, rub it in. I even felt that part too. All right, let's go around here. I'm going a little over the size that I need to. I want to make sure this tacket is on all of the sides. It's going to be pretty easy to clean up. So make sure it gets on all sides of that. Clean up that extra. All right, and then just fix this real quick. All right, and then we're gonna go on with our glitter that I knocked over in the little cup. I need the heat gun. I'm using the heat gun just to encourage this tacket to dry up a bit. I don't want to have to, tacket dries to a tacky consistency, and that's how we're going to use this application for tacket method to get this glitter on here. If it isn't tacky, if it doesn't dry to where it's tacky, then it's not going to work for this. You'll just get a mess, almost as if like you mix up Mod Podge and glitter. All right, so get this on. This is a super ultra fine opal. So get that there. Let's knock off the rest of it. this cup. All right, I need something to tap this off with. Put the extra back in here. And then we're just gonna rub this in with our finger. I always use my ring finger because I get a lot less pressure with that. So a lot of times when I'm doing something tack it, you'll see me kind of start with a lot less pressure. All right, so rub that in really good. And rub it in all directions because you want to make sure that it's really inside all of those grooves. And even that little blob that wasn't dry all the way, it didn't mess anything up. All right, I have these silicone tools that I got one time with, I think it was some pinstriping tape. And I'm gonna take that and I'm just pushing against where all of this is to get this tacket to loosen up and clean up the paint. What it will do is it will lift up any tacket that has smeared, and it will also push that glitter into kind of the creases of what the little design is. So just take our time, go all the way around, and just push this all in. All right, I'll speed this up so you're not stuck watching it in slow motion, but this is all we're doing. You're just taking this and just cleaning it up. All right, now that that's cleaned up, we're gonna go ahead and take this little paintbrush and knock off all of our loose glitter. And then we'll see what spots we missed and clean it up a little more. The other thing that I'm going to do is rubbing alcohol. I like to take that, and some of these spots that went over, it's not all that thick. So I'm just going to take that rubbing alcohol and use that to get it right up against these sides also. And that's going to help to clear out some of that extra glitter that's loose. Just touch up this little piece. off that extra, then go one more time to clean this up. Gary, do I tell him where you are, or do I give him a minute? Sorry guys, Jack is walking around looking for my husband. He's sitting right here at the computer. Jack doesn't know. I know that seems a bit evil, but chances are if Gary's not answering, it's because he's trying to concentrate. And Jack is trying to get him to build a birdhouse in the middle of getting Christmas orders out, so. We won't have to seal this. Every once in a while, loose glitter right here will come out. If it comes loose, it'll give just a slight little sparkle. If you want to seal it, you can. Just clear spray paint is all you need. That's what I use to seal everything. But for this, I'm not going to seal it. This will be good enough. A little more rubbing alcohol. Make sure everything's cleaned up, because this is going to get this final coat, and then that will be it for the bottom. And that's it. You end up with this really pretty snowy glisten to it. Another thing you can do is, if you don't have an ultra fine opal glitter, like a super ultra fine opal glitter, I think the cut of this one is 0.004. If you don't have that, you can also use a really pretty pearl silver mica. If you do use that, you don't even have to use tack it. That mica will stick to the puff paint once it dries. It doesn't dry tacky, but it does dry to a point where it is a little grabby. So that's all you really have to do. And again, guys, that's all I did to get this whole part around here, like all of these random little drifts. I just placed them with my puff paint. I just took it and kind of dabbed them on everywhere I wanted to all the way around. For a solid drip all the way around, I did that a little different. I still tacked the puff paint. Grab the tack. I still tap the puff paint up and down like this. I just kept it as a little drip going around, and then I took it, I thunked it a few times this way, not a lot because I didn't want it to be a drip, a few times this way, a few times that way, and then I rotated it like this to help smooth it out around. But that's all you have to do to get these little drips done. Like I said, puff paint is super easy. Set it at night and get to it in the morning, or set it outside and wait like 3 hours, because that stuff does take a bit to dry. But I hope this helps you guys. Again, super easy, fun way to do little paints and drifts, especially adding accent to it. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Come join us on Sippy Couture Community Facebook group. We have lives, codes, giveaways, and a bunch of other exciting things happen there. So that's it, guys. See y'all soon. Bye.